in today's Double Trouble, excuse me. All right, let's see how our superstar students are doing. Carolina says, correct me if I'm wrong, Alberto, but I've got the feeling that bone and Vaughn are homophones. I think I just answered your question. Bone, Vaughn. Nope, not at all. Bone, Vaughn. Different vowel sounds, different starting sounds, okay? Vaughn, v, aw, bow, right? Vaughn, bone. Vaughn, bone. Okay, good question over there. Let's see. All right, we've got a winner. We've got two winners. Let's see. All right, guys, we've got our top three. A nice round of applause for David Houses, Express, and Miguel. Nice job. Nice job. Wow. You guys are great. And you're not the only ones. We've got Beatriz, who always does a great job on the Double Trouble section. And, well, let's see. Virginia as well. Wow, I love reading your names, guys. And then I know you're here and you're present in your English class. As I said, if you're a Taylor Swift fan, then you will know this one, okay? And I see you guys are being really creative with your answers. Wow, really good. Even the top three, you guys used great. What I'm seeing is here, me dan miedo. I saw people put frightening. They're frightening. They give me the creeps. They're scary. So, wow, guys, I applaud the fact that you all use different ways to say miedo. Really impressive. It just shows how unique all of you are as English speakers and, well, as people. All right, so let's take a look at it. Really fantastic job, guys. I'm impressed. As usual, though. Yeah, you guys usually impress me. Yeah. All right, so esos bosques dan miedo. All right, so esos is those. If you put these, es estos. And you can confuse someone because estos no son aquellos. Y eso es en todo el mundo. Right, so these versus those. Right? This is a basic thing, but you'll be surprised how many people say this instead of these, those, right? So basic, but sometimes the basic things are where we trip up, where we make a mistake, where we slip up. Remember a word we looked at yesterday, donde nos resbalamos, donde la cagamos, right? So those woods are scary. Woods, W-O-O-D-S, like Tiger Woods, the golfer, and the el golfista y el golfo. Did you like my joke there in Spanish? Es un golfista, golfo. Tiger Woods. So those woods are scary. Esos bosques dan miedo. Those woods are scary. Some of you put, those woods are frightening. Yes, it's not frightening, it's frightening. Frightening. Two sounds. Those words are scary. Those woods are frightening. Those woods give me the creeps. Those woods give me the chills. These are all your answers, guys. Really impressive. Really, really impressive. Because I put here, let me check my answer. I put, they're scary. But that's just one way to express that. And you guys just showed us 4 different ways to express something that scares us. So those woods are scary. Those woods are frightening. Those woods give me the creeps. Those woods give me the chills. Nobody said this one. Those woods freak me out. That's a great one. Algo que me da miedo. It freaks me out. This place freaks me out. It gives me the creeps. Wow, so many great ways to say, I'm scared. Like in the Blair Witch Project. I'm scared. So let's take a look at the second part of the sentence. Those woods are scary. Thank God. Now you can say thank God. Don't ever say thanks God because we don't say that. We say thank God we are safe. Yes, una forma de decir fuera de peligro. Thank God we're safe. That would be a normal way to say it. Thank God we aren't in danger, if you want to make it a negative. So you got 2 ways. Thank God we're safe. Thank God we're not in danger. But the problem here is we're not using the same word twice in that case. So, again, doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means it's wrong in the double trouble section, where the whole idea is using it twice. So those woods are scary. Thank God we are out of the woods. There you go. To be safe is to be out of the woods. And a lot of time we, fuera del bosque, piénsalo, ahora ves todo, lo ves claro. If you're in the woods, you're lost. Like Goldilocks or what's her name with the three bears. Goldilocks and the three bears. She gets lost in the woods. Right? All these fairy tales that they tell kids about getting lost in the woods. So if you're in the woods, you're in danger. Right? You're not safe yet. So out of the woods, and it's a song. I heard it this morning, a Taylor Swift song. Out of the woods, and we're out of the woods. She says it like 50 times in the song. So if you don't know out of the woods after you've heard this song twice, then you'll never learn the expression. And a lot of times we use it in the negative too. Somebody says, "Oh man, thank God." And you're like, "Hey, whoa. We're not out of the woods yet. No estamos salvos todavía. No estamos fuera de peligro todavía. We aren't out of the woods yet." Y ves como no pauso? Do I say out of the woods or out of the woods? Or is it just one sound? We aren't out of the woods. Listen to Taylor Swift. She says it as one sound. Learn the jingle. We aren't out of the woods, and we're out of the woods, and we're out of the. In fact, a lot of Americans write O-U-T-T-A. Instead of out of, they say outa. Are we out of the woods? Yeah, we're out of the woods. We're safe. And again, that's a very visual expression. All you have to do is think about it. If you're in the woods, well, you're not safe yet. And if you're out of the woods, well, you have a little clarity there, right? Now, this is an interesting word too, because wood is madera. I want you to pronounce this word with me. Wood, because a lot of people say good, and then you know what I say? Not good. It's not good. It's wood. So I want you to do this with me, especially because you can watch me today. Why? Say it. Why? Where? When? Why? Where? When? Woods. There it is. Same sound. Why? Where? When? What? Woods. Same sound. Woods, not goods. Now, just be careful, though, because if you say wood without the S, you're talking about madera, and that's uncountable. We bought a lot of wood at the lumber yard, right? Lumbers are a place where you buy wood to do construction and things. So we bought a lot of wood. But when you're referring to a place with a lot of trees, you're talking about the forest or the woods. So remember, that's a weird one because it gets an S and it has the definite article, all right? So there's a lot of wood, incontable, in the woods. The woods, countable. A lot of woods in Germany. The Black Forest, right? Woods. W-O-O-D-S, right? And it sounds exactly like would. El ia. Would you go if I gave you money? Would you please, right? Would. W-O-U-L-D. And again, if you guys want to practice this, all you have to do is say that classic tongue twister. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Your turn. Igual, no, Juanjo? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? And then you'll see that wood, el ia, is pronounced exactly like wood, madera. But just remember, if you're talking about a place where there are a lot of trees, you're not saying the wood, you're saying the woods. Right? Think of Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods is not out of the woods. No está fuera de peligro. I'm sure a few other women are going to come forward and say, this guy was sleeping with me when he was with his wife. So think of it that way. There's a great way. If you don't like Taylor Swift, Tiger Woods isn't out of the woods yet. No está a salvo. No está salvo. No está fuera de peligro todavía. Right? So we are out of the woods. Ooh, look at Express. The woods are eerie. Great, guys. We just looked at 5 different ways to say scary today. So what I love about these sections here, especially you guys, your participation, it starts out being a lesson about being out of the woods and the woods and wood, and then you guys turn it into a lesson on adjectives, on other ways to say to be scared or if something's scary. So, guys, your contributions really add so much to my show and to our show. So I want to thank you for always being there because I have something in mind for a particular exercise, and then you guys just, with your comments, bring it to the next level. So keep it up, guys. Sigue así. Keep it up. Victor says, look what I have. He says on Twitter, we had Wendy's in Madrid, and it's Ghostbusters, the instrumental, and oh my God, it's a record. Vinyl. Oh, wow. That's awesome, dude. That's a relic. Don't lose that one. Don't lose it. Hold on to that one. No la pierdes, right? Hold on to that one over there. Audi says, it gives me the creeps as me ponen los pelos de gallina de punta when we're excited, for instance. No. To give, good question, Audi. If something gives you the creeps, it's creepy. It's scary. Think of it this way. If something is creepy, they're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. They're all together ooky. The Addams Family. Ba-da-ba-bam. Ba-da-ba-bam. So think about it that way. You hear the word creepy, that's scary. Something gives you the creeps. If something gives you the chills, it can be good or bad. Whoa, man, that song gives me the chills every time I hear it. Something gives, think about it. I've got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing. He's talking about being in love. I've got chills, tengo escalofríos. So this can be a good thing or a bad thing, but if something gives you the creeps, that's a bad thing. So the one you would want to use there, Audi, is, as you said with songs, is it gives me the chills, right? Or it gives me goosebumps. We say piel de ganso. We looked at this last week. Goosebumps. It gives me goosebumps, right? So Iñaki says, wood is also something else, and you know it. That's right, guys. Another way to say an erection. Thank you, Iñaki. See, you're always contributing, guys. Another way to say an erection is wood as well. All right, so, hey, you got to know everything, right? You got to know everything. There's nothing that you shouldn't know. But that said, I think it's time for another challenge. We looked at Name That Lyric, Juanjo, but you know I like going to the movies. You know I love the movies, or the cinema, if you're British. It's time for today's Name That Movie. Name That Movie. That's right, folks. It's Name That Movie, only on the show with no name. And here's where we give you a little scene from a movie. And if you guys know what movie we're referring to, well, you can tell us on Twitter at I'm Alberto Alonso. Also, remember, we're on Facebook today. So if you want to watch the show, tune in. You've got another half an hour left. A little more than a half an hour. So tune in, guys. And as I said, the fun never stops. If you want to keep learning after the show, well, make sure you subscribe to Vaughn's YouTube page, to my YouTube page, to our Twitters, our Facebook, our Instagrams as well, if you're on there. And this way, no matter what app you open on your phone or social media app, you're guaranteed to get a little English in there. So that's really what I'm saying. You're like, okay, well, I'm going to see some selfies. Practico mi pronunciación de paso. And this way, well, you're doing much more than just seeing the food that your friends eat or seeing how beautiful they look when they pose for a picture that they've taken 40 different times from 40 angles. All right, so here it goes, guys. It's today's Name That Movie. I know we need the money, but listen, we're not just doing this for the money. We're doing it for a shitload of money. All right. This is a classic comedy, right? I'll give you guys a little clue there. Classic comedy. All right. Hands in my pants. Great. I love when you guys find what we're talking about in music. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. There's a great one. There you go. Basket Case, which is a synonym for a disaster, right? By Green Day. Great job there. Hands in my pants. Let me give it to you guys one more time. Today's Name That Movie. I know we need the money, but listen, we're not just doing this for the money. We're doing it for a shitload of money. There you go, a shitload of money. What is he talking about? We'll look at that after today's commercial break. And guys, that's our final commercial break. We've only got another half an hour to go, but we've got so much more planned. So we're going to put the pedal to the metal. We'll be back in 2 minutes with tons more. So stick around.
Cursos trimestrales de Vaughan, un curso a su medida con los mejores profesores y el método más eficaz. Clases de 6 alumnos como máximo durante 3 meses en un horario totalmente flexible a elegir entre 1 y 2 clases semanales.
Ahora es el momento. Apúntate a nuestros cursos trimestrales 100% método Vaughan. Clases 100% orales en grupos reducidos. Todos los niveles. Así que no pierdas ni un segundo más e infórmate en Barcelona en el 933398687. En Madrid 91 133 5833.
A Vaughan English class is not the same as other English classes. In a Vaughan English class, time is optimized to the max. Every minute counts for your company. Every minute counts for your English. It's all a question of mathematics. The more you practice key structures of the language in every class, the more confident you will be when you use them in real life. And the more effective you will be as a communicator in English. And in this global world of ours, communicating effectively is absolutely key to success. By means of face-to-face classes or video conference classes, Vaughan will make all the difference for your English. And you will make all the difference for your company.
Más información en Barcelona en el 933398687. En Madrid en el 911335831.
Hi there, this is Richard Brown. If you are really serious about improving your English, 2 hours of English class a week is not enough. If you're really serious about improving your verbal agility, 2 hours of English class a week is not enough. If you're really serious about getting rid of all those typical mistakes you've been making your whole life, 2 hours of English class a week is simply not enough. If you're really serious about consolidating your vocabulary, 2 hours of English class a week is not enough. If you're really serious about sounding more natural in how you join words together, 2 hours of English class a week is not enough. If you're really serious about mastering those essential grammatical structures you still make mistakes on, 2 hours of English class a week is definitely not enough. If you're really serious about expressing yourself with confidence, 2 hours of English class a week is not enough. If you are really serious about improving your English, Vaughan Premium is for you. 7.5 hours of class a week with the best English teachers in the business. Plus, a daytown experience at the end of the 12 to 13-week course, exposing you to a wide variety of accents from around the English-speaking world. Vaughan Premium for people who are serious about improving their English.
Infórmate del curso intensivo Vaughan Premium en el 911335833. ¿Y tú qué has hecho en los 3 últimos meses? Si no has hecho nada por tu inglés, ahora es el momento. Apúntate a nuestros cursos trimestrales 100% método Vaughan. Clases 100% orales en grupos reducidos. La matrícula ya está abierta para todos los niveles, así que no pierdas ni un segundo más e infórmate en Barcelona en el 933398687. En Madrid 91 133 5833.
Lo que más miedo le da al profesional español es hablar por teléfono en inglés. Por eso, Vaughan ha desarrollado sus clases telefónicas, en las que trabajarás tanto tu comprensión auditiva como tu fluidez oral con un auténtico crack de la enseñanza. Tú eliges la hora y la temática de cada clase. Flexibilidad absoluta. Calidad Vaughan 100%.
Infórmate en Barcelona en el 933398687. En Madrid 91 133 5833.
Hello, I'm your Vaughan telephone class teacher.
Los cursos trimestrales de Vaughan son ideales para gente que necesita resultados a medio plazo y a un precio asequible. Descúbrelos en grupovaughan.com.
Welcome back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to
The show with no name.
You know what that sounds like? It sounds like it's Wednesday afternoon. Oh, yeah. Guys, we are...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's the sound of excitement. We made it, guys. We're more than halfway through the week. Wednesday afternoon, 12:02. And wow, guys, I don't know about you, but time is just flying by, and I'm sure the rest of the program is just going to whiz by as well. So let's make sure we make the most of it, as always. All right, guys, we were looking at today's Name That Movie. Now, in Spanish, you call it Las Locas Historias de la Galaxia. Yes. Oh, jeez. Yeah, we call it Spaceballs. Instead of Star Wars, it's Spaceballs. Balls, huevos, balas. So, by Mel Brooks, a movie by Mel Brooks, really, really classic movie. Well, it came out, obviously, after Star Wars. It was lampooning or parodying Star Wars. And I'll tell you something. This is an interesting little fact over here. What happened was when George Lucas read the script, right? Leyó el guión. When George Lucas read the script, he read it before they started filming. He read it before they went into production. So when he read the script, he loved it so much that he decided to have his special effects company, Industrial Light and Magic, help make the film. What a good sport. I mean, you know, there's Mel Brooks capitalizing off the success of Star Wars, making a parody. And instead of George Lucas, like many people would do today, saying, he copied my idea, I'm going to sue him, he said, I love it. Count on us for anything you need, especially if you need light and magic. And you're able to see at least one of the contributions, and it is the Millennium Falcon. Now, I didn't know this. I have to watch the movie again. But the Millennium Falcon, the real Millennium Falcon from Star Wars, has a cameo appearance in Spaceballs. There's a scene where they're at a space diner, right? A diner is a typical American restaurant. And they're at a space diner, and there are a lot of different ships parked outside. One of those ships, among those ships, you'll find the Millennium Falcon. So there's a little trivia question from this movie. And this is a funny movie. Just the fact that they chose Rick Moranis, El Nerd de Ghostbusters. Just the fact that they chose Rick Moranis to be the bad guy. El Malo, dark helmet. I mean, he's a nerdy little guy with glasses. So just that choice makes the movie hysterical. And there are a lot of puns, as with many Mel Brooks movies. His movies are full of puns, juegos de palabras. So I recommend you watch all of his movies in English and see if you can catch these double meanings. In fact, there's a very famous scene in this movie where they say, what happened to the radar? We're having a problem with our radar signal. And they say, the radar's been jammed. And jam is mermelada. And jam is also, la señal está, right? So, of course, le ves una lata, a jar of jam, smash against the satellite. And he goes, raspberry, right? So, of course, if you don't understand that double meaning of jam, well, then you won't understand why jam hits a satellite. When really jam, it's because jam has a double meaning. It's a pun. They jammed our signal, they jammed the satellite, and also jam is jelly, as we call it in the United States, right? That you put on toast. So a lot of those jokes over there. Now, Barf, the name of the dog is Barf. I don't know what his name is in Spanish. In English, Barf is vomitos. Barf, vomitar. Barf. Think about why. B-A-R-F. Think about it. Barf, right? It's the name of the dog. Or Mog. It's not a dog. It's a Mog. Half man, half dog. Played by John Candy, the late latest difunto, the late John Candy. So again, a great cast. You've got John Candy, you've got Rick Moranis, some of the funniest guys. Even Mel Brooks, he plays Yogurt. Instead of Yoda, they call him Yogurt. And this is just a funny, funny movie. Our winners, Express, Jester, and Alexis. Nice job. So, Barf says, I know we need the money, but sé que necesitamos el dinero, pero... And Lone Star, right? Lone Star, who's like the Luke Skywalker, right? The tragic hero over here. He says, listen. Now, this is the only time you guys can use listen without to, because you're not saying listen to me. But the moment you put something, the person that you, or the thing that you want us to listen, you have to use the to. All right? So this is one of the rare occasions when you can use it in the imperative, listen. But the moment you say listen to me, you have to use the to. Right? He says, we're not just doing this for money, he tells him. He tells his sidekick. And Barf looks at him. I'm reading the stage direction. He looks at him and he raises his ears. And then he's like, what? Huh? And Lone Star says, we're doing it for a shitload of money. Now, a shitload or a buttload means a lot. Now, it's a little bit vulgar, isn't it? A shitload of money or a buttload of money. Now, butt es culo también. But this comes from an old English term, right? It was a large wooden barrel, a cask called a butt. So when that was full, it was called a buttload. So actually, the buttload one is not vulgar like it sounds. No están hablando de culo. Right? I'm sure a lot of people don't know that, right? A buttload means a big bucket full because load es carga. Entonces, una de estas llenas a buttload. Now, at some point, we took this buttload and probably thinking it was a synonym for ass and not the real etymology. And we started saying a shitload. Man, we made a shitload of money. We made a buttload of money. And that means a lot. It's another way of saying a lot. Obviously, a shitload is vulgar. I think a buttload sounds vulgar, especially for non-linguists, for non-teachers. You know, people who aren't familiar with the etymology, then they might think you're talking about una carga, un culo lleno, right? But really, it's not a vulgar expression, even though the word butt is culo, right? So, yeah. There you go. There you go, folks. So, great movie there, Spaceballs, La Loca Guerra de las Galaxias, as you guys call it. Let's see. Carolina says, in Spanish, the fake Chewbacca was called vomito, too. Yeah, same thing in English, barf. And it makes sense a little bit, too, because, well, he was a dog, and dogs bark, and, well, not this one, because he was a disgusting man dog, so he barfed. Great movie, guys. And as I said, if you want to learn a lot of puns and double meanings, Mel Brooks is the king when it comes to puns. Young Frankenstein as well, full of puns, the producers, and many, many of his movies. So I recommend you check out the Mel Brooks collection, not just because they're funny, but because a lot of the humor comes with plays on words. All right? Great job to all my amigos who participated. But you know what? Now it's time for Today in History. Today in History. I have a dream that one day, to the breach, dear friends. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. We have nothing to fear but fear itself. That's right. Today in history, time for a little history lesson. Well, we won't make it too heavy. It's going to be a nice light history lesson. We're going to talk about baseball, and more specifically, we're going to talk about the house that Ruth built. La casa que construyó Ruth, and I'm talking about Babe Ruth, one of the greatest baseball players ever. Now, the house that Ruth built is another name for Yankee Stadium. And, well, today, in the year 1923, Yankee Stadium, a.k.a. the house that Ruth built, opened for the first time. Now, you can still go to Yankee Stadium, but you won't be going to that one. Because, well, several years ago, more than a decade ago now, they tore down that Yankee Stadium, the old Yankee Stadium. And they built a new Yankee Stadium right next to it. So if you want to see the stadium I'm talking about today, you can only see it in pictures, right? There is a new Yankee Stadium. It's beautiful. It's exactly right next to where the other one was. So they owned all that property. But the original Yankee Stadium opened today in 1923. Now, I've had the pleasure of going there many, many times. I've gone there for concerts. I didn't go there for the Beatles, obviously, but the Beatles played there. It is, the Pope has been there. It is a historic place in New York. And, well, obviously, the new Yankee Stadium, it's a new building and everything. And they're creating more modern history. But the original one, wow, it gives me chills right now. I've got goosebumps. Speaking of thinking about being in the house that Ruth built. And, that's the story over there. Babe Ruth was probably one of the most famous baseball players, one of the most famous Yankees. And he brought the crowds in every weekend. He brought the crowds in for every game. So they said, this was the house that Ruth built. Oh, and also Thomas Edison. Well, because he started a cement company, and, well, that was the cement they used to build the original Yankee Stadium. Let's see. The old Yankee Stadium, the one we're talking about, was the first three-tiered sports facility in the United States. Now, a tier, T-I-E-R, not tier lagrima. It sounds exactly the same. T-I-E-R is a level. So it was the first three-tiered sports facility in the United States. Also, the electronic scoreboard, now this is where they tell you the score, right? It was the first of its kind as well. So it was a revolutionary stadium when it opened up. It was state-of-the-art. La vanguardia, you say, right? State-of-the-art. And, here's another thing. Some things don't change. Okay, they tore down the building. By the way, when they tore it down, they sold it piece by piece. It's business, the Yankees. They're like, oh, you want your seat? You want a piece of history, of Yankee history? It's all for sale. So they made a lot of money off that as well. And, New York, as I said, the New York Yankees are known as the money team. They got a lot of money. They're always looking at business opportunities, right? But one thing never changes. New York, New York, the song by Frank Sinatra, is played over the stadium loudspeakers at the end of every game. Now, the tradition changed a little bit because it used to be that Frank Sinatra, that version was played if they won, and the Liza Minnelli version, which is the original version of the song, believe it or not, was played if they lost. But Liza Minnelli wasn't too happy about this. So that's the thing. That Liza Minnelli said, what's going on, guys? What am I, bad luck? So you play my version of the song when we lose? And then so she said, you play my version after a win, or you don't play it at all. And you know what the Yankees said, being the big old Yankees? They said, okay, so we'll just play Sinatra's version